Welcome back to the channel. Let's explore together. Today we're checking out Final Fantasy XIV Dragonsong with official lyrics, the Final Steps of Faith theme. So my assumption is this is a theme from the final, a theme from the Final Fantasy series. This was sent to me by you guys. The links are in the description if you want me to react to something that I might not otherwise check out on my own, such as video game music. The Final Fantasy series is one I never really got into. I've never been big into any sort of JRPG sort of titles, just not my thing. But I remembered seeing the terrible Final Fantasy movie when it came out, and I've played brief snippets of Final Fantasy. So hopefully this song's not too deeply connected to Final Fantasy and it's just more of just an adventuring type of a song so that I'll have something to gravitate towards, but we will see. So go ahead, sit back, relax. We'll get my musician's take on Final Fantasy's video game music, as it were. Apparently there are spoilers from Heaven's Sword main scenario story. For anyone concerned about that, click away. Of course, you should have watched the original video before you watched my reaction to it. Links in the description. But here we go. I like the piano. It's generally an overall generic little piano lick, to be sure, but I always appreciate the beauty of a simple piano, like especially if you add into it, you know, possibly some strings, like some cello or something to flow in there. We'll see where they go with it. I would imagine since this is a JRPG title, that's not where they'll go with it. It'll get a lot more rock infused. Maybe some EDM, but let's see.
Children of the land, do you hear?
Wasn't expecting sung lyrics, so I guess all my expectations should go out the window to what I guess it said with official lyrics, so I really should have seen that coming. Sometimes I read a title out loud but don't bother to comprehend it because it's just too many words. This would be one of those too many words type of titles. So let's see where we go then.
Echoes of truths that once rang.
Okay, what is this outfit though? Come on. The only thing that outfit is practical for is hoeing.
Clear, two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heaven's need.
So now my question is this actually from the game or just a creation based off of the game? Because it says the Final Steps of Faith theme. Is this the kind of the themes that they have? I don't know.
But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wait.
She have bunny ears as like a costume, or that's just for some reason she's a person with bunny ears and human ears as a species.
In the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart.
So this would be the part where I would expect the song to hit a different gear because it's gotten mostly boring. If you're gonna just have piano and vocals, I want the tone of the song to be a lot more emotive. Lyrics only carry it so far. These vocals are staying very just pleasant and it gets boring. So I imagine this is when the song's gonna turn to a different gear.
One soul's cry, a passion passion welling within.
So they've got kind of the orchestral arrangement of some of the strings coming in here. I'm just trying to kind of pick up all of the sounds that are circling around.
Sacrifice a binary to her kin.
Now the story is very much based on whatever this game is, so that's the content of the story is doing nothing for me. If you've played the game, tell me how great this feels to, I don't know, or does it?
Yet this bond of hope, my treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
Here's my cello. There were other strings earlier, but I think that was the first I really noticed something that sounded like a cello. Again, what are these outfits though? You're in an icy mountainscape wearing that. I hope I hope you're non-humanoid and you're some sort of species that if you wear too much clothes, you'll fucking like just burn to death because you're overheated. Otherwise, what is the purpose? Again, these are outfits that are only practical for hoeing. I haven't seen any of these dudes in some chiseled Chad outfits like freaking lifeguards. What is this nonsense? I could at least accept that this universe just has a lot of horny people. And so the dudes are all chiseled Chadded out and so are the girls and they just show off their bodies. But I'm only seeing the women showing off in this. And I'm just like, all right, now I'm getting that vibe that these visuals are programmed by and for, incels.
Swelling over long seas of blood are.
Okay, so she is the bunny creature thing, possibly. She's the one with the bunny ears, this one in the Hoenn outfit. So again, maybe her blood just runs super, super hot, so she can't wear a lot of clothes. That's what I'll choose to believe.
And death an afterthought to those who fight for naught.
Am I the only one getting like major midway through a Disney movie vibes from this? I guess feels like the midway point song of a Disney film when we're getting to some of the emotional climax before the dramatic climax, and we just get into that groove of pretty safe and standard territory of music that just sounds pretty and pleasant. You know, your tale as old as time from Beauty and the Beast moment. That's what I'm getting from this. Not that there's anything wrong with that, don't get me wrong. It's just without the context of the rest of the film, there's not a whole lot to do with it. And I guess the same would be true here. Without context of the rest of the game, what are you going to do with this song? It doesn't really work as a standalone song if you don't have a connection to the source material. It doesn't sound engaging enough on its own, for me anyway. Like if you just throw most of those Disney mid-movie songs, Tale as Old as Time, I think kind of stands alone as a song. But there's other Disney midway through the movie songs that just, if you don't have any involvement in the movie, you just be like, huh? What am I listening to? Why am I listening to this? I think that kind of that's kind of here. So some of this is lost in translation for not having played the game. It's composed well. And anytime you're comparing it to Disney, it means it's composed well. Obviously, Disney, for all of the hate they get, the stuff that they release is very well produced. Generally speaking. some timpanis and all that stuff going on. I like the choir making this a grander moment. Well, here we go. I like this part a lot more. Getting a little more energy to it for the casual listener who's not invested in the story. It's just nice thematic adventure. This is kind of more where I would have hoped they would have gone earlier, this adventure sort of a feel. So it's been very restrained as far as not going into some of the typical tropes I've heard when people have sent me soundtracks from JRPGs, which usually get a lot more rock heavy or EDM heavy, and I appreciate that. I was just kind of hoping we'd get this more big fantasy adventure feel sooner in the song than 4 minutes. But again, if you're invested in the story, it obviously needs to be done that way. So it's nothing that the song's done wrong. It's more of me not being the target audience, but I can appreciate what it is musically. It's just not going to be something that is extremely enjoyable to listen to until this moment so far if you're not invested in the story. This is just nice cinema soundscape. I can listen to this kind of stuff.
Children of the land and service, why must
Choir.
you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you
Guess we need
let
a
go?
thumbnail. So, I was gonna get one with Flying Dragon guy here. Let's go. I guess why not? I mean, this is a very obscure what's going on thumbnail of just I don't know what's going on either. What's going on in the image? What's going on in the thumbnail? Nobody knows.
The life you were bestowed. This I fear
If you made it to the thumbnail, comment below, because you made it through a lot. All right, I think we're fading out with the octave higher piano. Usually once that piano hits a higher octave, we're closing it out. So yeah, this is a well done song for not meant for me. It's meant for players of this game, which makes sense. It's a theme for the game. Thanks for sending it my way. It was interesting to say the least. If you guys got other things that you want me to listen to, check the links in the description or just drop a comment. If you're a member of this channel, it's $1 a month. It helps tremendously since a lot of these videos do not stay monetized. And if you have the badge next to your name, it's a lot more likely that I'll check out the things that you recommend in comments. And until we explore again, I'll see you next time.